Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa buddhang dhammang sanghang namassami. Once again, welcome to those people who are here and also the people who have joined online on this Sunday Discourse, which we are doing every Sunday between 6 and 7, 7:30. It's an opportunity for the people to come, to listen, to practice meditation, to learn about the truth of our lives. And that's very important because we all live. As human beings, we are all living in our own ways. But the thing is, we may or may not know the reality of our lives. We read a lot of books. We attend to a lot of lectures, and we do a lot of intellectual exercise. But the thing is, many of these intellectual exercises are just intellectual exercises. They aren't capable of producing wisdom. When I say wisdom, wisdom is to know things directly by yourself as they really are. So, if anything is right for you, you know it is right for you. If anything is not right for you, you know it is not right for you. Like this. If it is helpful, you know it is helpful. If it is not helpful, you know it is not helpful. So you don't go around groping in the dark, thinking, is it not? Is it good? Is it bad? It's not like that. But that also requires certain element of practice. That's not something automatically you understand. One fine morning, you don't get up and learn. It's not like this. You don't get up and learn, oh, I know everything now. It's not like this. There's a way of knowing things. There's a way of developing wisdom. And that is why there is a great significance, there's a great value attached to the practice of meditation. Especially in the teachings of Lord Buddha, we emphasize and we highlight the practice of meditation. Because we don't practice meditation to be something extra. We practice meditation to know ourselves clearly as we really are. For example, now if I say all things change, that's a simple word, all things change. Yeah, you say all things change, right? All things change. But do you really know it as it is? Tomorrow somebody falls sick, and then we are complaining, oh, why should somebody fall sick? Why should I fall sick? But that's the change, just this change of the body. Tomorrow somebody dies, just this change. So do we really know the change as it is? Or do we think we know, but we don't really know? All people die. When somebody says everybody dies, we also say yes, everybody dies. But then do we really know the death is right here within us? People say, oh, people fall sick and die, people die in accidents, people die in sickness, people die because of old age. These are all external conditions. But the main cause of death is right within you, right here. All the time it is with us. We were born in this world, right? All of us are born here in this world. And the moment we are born, we carry certain causes and conditions, the actions that we have performed. And those causes and conditions are always with us. So some of the causes are supporting, some of the causes are obstructing. And they are always playing their roles. Sometimes we get success, sometimes we get failure. Sometimes our wishes are fulfilled, sometimes not fulfilled. All these things happening all the time. So similarly, some causes and conditions to live for a certain time, and some causes and conditions also we are carrying, so that our life shall come to an end at a certain point of time. All people die. Some people die at the age of just sometimes, some babies die in the mother's womb. Some live for 100 years. Some live for 20 years, 30, 40, 50. Not all live the same. Everybody lives differently. Sometimes people fall sick, a small sickness maybe, and then they die. And sometimes some people fall sick, a big sickness, and then they recover and don't die so easily. You must have seen such a lot of these. But have you ever contemplated why is it like this? Why is it some people fall sick on short illness and then they die, and some people have huge sickness, big sickness, and then they still survive? Some people have long life, some people don't. Some people are a lot of health, a lot of good health, some people don't. These are causes and conditions. That's what the actions that we have done. And we are carrying so many of them. Some of them are good, some of them are bad, some of them are mix of good and bad, like a gray. Some of them are black, some of them are white, some of them are gray, capable of producing good results and bad results simultaneously. So these are the causes and conditions that we are carrying in our heart, within our mind all the time. To be healthy, to be unhealthy, to fall sick, to recover, not to recover, so many of them. Do we really know them? Can we really know them by reading the books? Will we ever know? Is the question. We will never know by reading the books. We will never know by listening to other people or listening to the talks and lectures. It is not possible, because those things are deep inside our mind. There is no way we can know them by just merely thinking or intellectualizing or just visualizing. We will never know the reality. We will never. That's why we practice meditation. We allow just now, as you are practicing meditation, and then you are trying to be aware of the feelings, whether it is in the body or it is in the mind, these feelings, Sometimes you can observe, and then after some time, it goes to, oh, this one not good. I can't bear with it. Oh, this one is nice, Mind goes back to these things, these habits of liking, habits of disliking. And then you don't know what's happening. You have no idea. It's all lost, and then you have to bring it back. You have to re-establish the awareness. People say, I need peace of mind. That's the most common problem with most of the people. Peace of mind. People search for peace of mind. But then I ask you this. If you say that your mind is not peaceful, then my question is, where exactly is it not peaceful? Inside your hand, inside your leg, inside your nose, or inside your mind? Where is it not peaceful? It's right inside our mind, right there. Do we know this correctly? If we don't know, then how can we make it peaceful? Something happening here inside our mind and we don't really know. We say it doesn't feel good, it doesn't feel peaceful, it feels a little uncomfortable, my mind doesn't feel good about this or that, So we don't really know. So when we practice meditation, what is meditation? To be aware first, to be aware here and now, right here and now. When you are sitting, you are aware, I am sitting. You are aware of the sitting posture. You are aware of the feelings that are associated with right now, what your feelings, with the body, comfortable, uncomfortable, good, bad, you're aware. You are also aware whether these feelings that you are liking, some of the feelings. You are aware you are not liking some of the feelings. You are aware. This is how we know to establish the awareness right here and now. This is called the right mindfulness. Right mindfulness. Knowing the body just as the body, not my body, not your body, not anyone else's body. In fact, it is not our body. If we say it is our body, it is my body. For convention, we say this is my body. But then if it is our body really, then we can say, okay, I shall not fall sick. I shall not grow old. I shall not die. This body will be just like this as I wish, because this is my body. When the mosquitoes bite me, I shall not feel the pain. I can say, this is my body. Can we do like this is the question. Can we? We can't. Nobody can. House, to remodel the house, break it up, rebuild, whatever you want. Can you do this with the body? There is no owner here. It's just the body, just these four elements: solidity and the liquidity and the gas and the heat, and they're always changing. These are just these four elements here in this body, supported by the food that we are eating. These elements are supported by the food that we eat. So, supported by the food and also supported by our actions that we do or we have done already. That's all. This is how it is supported. If we don't eat, we die, which means support is gone. So it will break up. Or some unwholesome actions that we have done, it will bring a disease or a sickness, big sickness, or even death at times. If there are good actions, then it will support in a way that good health shall prevail. So supported by the actions, supported by food. This is just these four elements. But do we know them? Question is, do we really know them as it is? So the meditation is to know the things, knowing the body as it is, knowing the feelings that arises in the body or in the mind as it is, knowing the mind as it is. We say my mind. We say my mind. All the time we say, my mind feels good, my mind feels bad. My mind feels peaceful or my mind does not feel peaceful. We always say like this. But is it something you get up in the morning? You get up in the morning. Just check your mind. A certain type of thought will be there. And then check your mind after 5 minutes. Certain other thoughts will be there, and check up another 10 minutes, 20 minutes, some other thoughts will be there. Throughout the day, you keep checking. Is it the same one type of thought or so many different types of thoughts? It has to be different. It's always like this. Always. It's never same. Which means what? It's just a series of thoughts that we call our mind. We say my mind, but it's not my mind. It's just a series of thoughts, like a flowing river. One gush of water comes, goes away, and another comes and goes away. So it's always flowing, like a flowing river. Our mind is just like this. Nothing fixed or permanent about our mind. Nothing fixed or permanent about our body. But then, since we do not know, we say, my mind, I like it. My mind, I don't like it. My body, I like it. My body, I do not like it. Feelings, I like. Feelings, I do not like. We keep doing this. And then where will the peace of mind arise? It's like a monkey. It's like just like the monkey that keeps on jumping from one branch to the other, one branch to the other, one branch to the other. How will it ever be peaceful? Will it ever be peaceful is the question. Then people complain, I don't have the peace of mind. But do we really know the things as they are? There is a mental sickness. This obsessive way of liking and disliking, this is our mental sickness. Why do we grasp at people or things or feelings, whatever, through this liking or through this disliking? Why? Simply because we think this will make me happy, and if I like this, or this will make me happy if I hate this. Both ways. But we don't know. Neither these feelings, nor this body, nor this mind, or nor other things. There are so many mental phenomena associated with the mind. None of them is something permanent or stable here. Neither the elements or the body, nor the mind or its elements, mental factors. None of them permanent or everlasting or anything. Just like a flowing river. We don't know because we don't meditate. But if we meditate, then we know. Then we know this is how I create suffering, through liking and through disliking. This is how I grasp at things. This is where my mind becomes heavy. And when I put it down, when I let it go, then this is where right there my mind becomes peaceful and light, not anywhere else. So the peace of mind, the secret of peace of mind it lies right here, within the same mind where it gets restless and unhappy. And that wisdom arises from our meditation. How do we meditate? We take an object, for example. We take this body, feelings in the body, or the mind, mental feelings, or we can take our breath. We can just take simple our in-breath and out-breath. Just our in-breath and out-breath. And knowing, so when the breath goes in, we know this is the in-breath. When the breath goes out, we know this is the out-breath. If it is a very subtle, peaceful breath, we know it is subtle, peaceful breath. If it is very kind of a rough breath, we know it is a rough breath. If it is a long breath, we know it is a long breath. When it is a short breath, we know it is a short breath. Just knowing, not judging the breath, not judging, oh, this one I like, this one I don't like. No, not judging the breath, just knowing the breath. That's a wonderful meditation, knowing the breath, because our breath is associated with our mind. When our mind is peaceful, our breath is also smooth and subtle. When our mind is not peaceful, our breath becomes rough, coarse, irregular. So they are closely connected. So just knowing the breath is a good way to start. It's a good way to start our meditation, knowing the breath. When you are sitting, you can always see the breath. You can always see your breath, whether you are going in a vehicle, whether you are sitting in a chair, whether you are sitting lying down, whether you are just doing nothing at times. You can always, or even in the middle of doing something, you can go back to the breath. This is in breath, this is out breath. Because your breath is right there, always with you. If you are not breathing, then it means you are dead. So you're alive means you're breathing. And then if you can breathe, then you can also meditate on the breath right here all the time. So that's a wonderful way to start our meditation, knowing the breath. Don't have to change anything. Breath is always there with us. Don't have to change. We have to take a long breath and a short breath, again a long breath, short. No need. Just know it as it is. This is where we can start. Or we can start when we are walking. We can stay with the walking, the body movements of the legs or the hands. Know the body movements. This also is a good way of starting. When we are sitting and thoughts come to our mind, as I was just giving the instruction, you will see so many thoughts, so many types of thoughts running through your mind. Some of them you like, some of them you don't like, some of them are pleasant or agreeable, some of them are disagreeable, all kinds of thoughts. And then when you see them, when you don't judge them, grasp at them, like them, dislike them, just see them. Just see them. This is the one thought associated with something that I like. This is one thought associated with something I do not like, but I'm not going to like them. I'm not going to dislike them. I will see them. When you know like this, then after some time you will know eventually, oh, none of them are really me or mine. They're just like the flowing phenomena, keeps on flowing, coming and going, not really I or me or mine. Then we know the body, oh no, not really I, not really mine. Mind, not really mine. It's just this phenomena. Then you have peacefulness. Why? Then you ask, why? If I know the body is not me, if I know the mind is also not me, just this flowing phenomena, then why? With whom do you fight? With what object do you struggle? We struggle. Oh, this one, this people, I don't like. This one, this thing, that thing, I like. But then there's the I that likes or dislikes. But when you know this I does not exist, it's just these phenomena that keeps flowing. Then with whom do you struggle? With what do you struggle? You do not struggle. Simple. You do not struggle. You don't have to struggle. You know, this is just these things. Neither is there I here in this or in there I somewhere else in other people. It's just like me, other people's bodies and minds are also like this, just changing. Nothing really good or bad about them, just these things. Then nothing to like about it, nothing to dislike. That's the wisdom. That's the right knowing. But then right knowing doesn't arise or doesn't fall from heaven. Right knowing arises within, right here in the mind when we meditate. When we meditate consistently again and again. Of course, initially, maybe, yes, initially you will require a teacher, competent teacher to come and learn. But when you have learned, you can practice on your own. But that's important because people always complain, this is good, that is not good, I like this, I don't like this, I want it to be this way, I don't want it to be this way. But they don't really know. They don't really want these things. They want their mind to be peaceful and happy, but they think in a different way, in a wrong way. They think by grasping at things through liking or grasping at things through disliking, they'll be happy. Through disliking as well. When you hate, you don't like certain situations. You don't like, right? And then those situations are right in front of you. You don't like them. Why are they here? Why should they be here? Why should they not go away? You know? And then you think like this, and then your mind struggles. When the situation is pleasant or good, you like, oh, it should be here. It must be here for long. It should continue. And then also your mind struggles. Through liking, it struggles. Through disliking, it struggles. Both ways, it struggles. So wisdom is to know there is nothing to struggle. There is no need to struggle. There is nothing really valuable here in this body or in mind or in anywhere else. Nothing really so valuable to struggle about it. That's the right wisdom. But that doesn't come from anywhere else. We need to practice a lot of meditation. We need to know about this body. We need to know about this mind. We also need to know about something that is beyond the body and the mind. That is the realization of Nibbana, liberation. When we know this is just like this, and there is something better than the body and the mind, beyond the body and the mind, beyond the six senses. Our mind is engaged where? Six senses: eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind. Just these six senses. Most of the time, our mind is engaged with the six senses. When we go deeper in our meditation, then we disengage with these six senses. We don't engage with them. We are not engaged with the eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, or mind. I mean, mind means general day-to-day mental phenomena. We can disengage and stay with our own object, meditation object. For example, when you take the breath and then you make your mind peaceful, and your mind and the breath, they are unified, peacefully unified, then your mind can go deeper, very, very deep, one-pointed. And then all these thoughts and feelings in the mind, then the mind is peaceful and one-pointed. Then the mind knows. Mind knows about the changing nature of the body, and the wisdom, basically their wisdom arises. It knows the body is just like this, mind is just like this, and there is nothing called an I. So this is what we call Samadhi, meditative absorption, peaceful unification of the mind at various levels. But then when you have gone there deep inside, then your mind is not engaged with these six senses anymore. When it is not engaged with the six senses, that time it knows the reality. As long as it is engaged with the six senses or their objects. Six senses means eye has the object of seeing visible things, ear has the object of sound, nose has smell, and tongue has taste, body has touch sensations, mind has thoughts and feelings. As long as it is busy with these things, it doesn't know. It busy with liking, it is busy with disliking. So then when we go really deep in our Samadhi, then we disengage with the six senses, then we know reality. This is what the thing about, this is real, this is, none of these things are real. So that's why. We don't, some people say, we meditate to see this or that. You have telescope also to see this or that. Doesn't make you a wise man. Some people say, we meditate to fly. And birds and mosquitoes also fly, but then they are eventually killed by others. That's not why we meditate. We meditate to become wise. Yeah, we can develop certain other abilities as a byproduct of this, but that's not why we meditate. We meditate to know the reality of our life, things as they really are. And that's what the world does not know. That's what people do not know. They call this is I or me or mine. They call I like this, I don't like this. None of them. Most of the people have the I, but they don't have the capability to see things. So we meditate to see as it is. When we are wise, then we know there is no burden here, neither in this body or mind, nor anywhere else. Nothing really worth to hold, to like, or to dislike, or to struggle. So that's why we meditate, to be wise, to let go of our suffering, to let go of our burden. So this is what we offer for you today, for your contemplation and practice. And you'll be able to reflect on them and put these things into practice in your life, and may you be able to benefit from them With this, we will conclude today's discourse. We'll conclude with the chanting of loving kindness, metta. Sukhi bhaveyang nidukho ahang nichang ahang beya hitacha me sukhi honto majjata tachaverino imani gamma ketam hi satta honto sukhi sada tato paranchara jesu chakavale sujantano. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So we conclude the discourse today. We'll meet again next Sunday, same time at 6 o'clock.